me. Go on, no stop that. Listen to the small-minded PMP, them a talk about bad road and people who the hospital pan ground. Nothing no go so. Me ask people who me know work in the health center, the health industry. If nobody the pan ground and lay down the KPH and no bed, and nothing no go so. So lie. You understand? That's what PMP good for. Then good for come take video from what go on done in Africa and then put it up and make them say, boy, this is Jamaica. But nothing no go so. Nothing like that. You understand? All lies. This government is working on behalf of the people of Jamaica, and this Prime Minister love Jamaica because guess what? This man come from poverty. Him come from poverty. You understand? And the man know what is poverty. Man know how many, I don't know how many people on this live can come and talk about when people used to guard them bed.
What lie you talk about? That's a lie. What lie? Why must say that a lie?
No,
Because that's what me I go start now, you know. What lie?
No, she's saying, Marlene, that where the PMP them are try to say, oh, people are laid on Pambeda Hospital.
Oh, never know, Marlene. She's
me never know. Sorry.
You understand? So.
A momo that Marlene, a momo.
So, you see,
Mario.
yes, my darling.
Somebody tell me say.
Go ahead, see.
Them, when them a go around and they want to have them picture, fi say, oh, people are sleep on ground. Somebody tell me say, them work downtown, they work downtown. And you have like the people and the street people and were back on the roadside. Say she tell me say one time she go up she just passed the people right at the roadside, right? And she'd have something to do a KPH and she go over KPH. And when she go over KPH, she go over there go see a couple of them lay down on ground. And when she like one of them what she know good because she working in the area. And she said, what you do up and something just see you down the road. I beg and sitting. And he say, the big man asked me if you come up here, come lay down and take the picture of them. So that then do sometime, they get the homeless people and go lay down on the ground and take them picture.
See me and them a grown and a spread propaganda about Andrew. Sorry, my lady, me apologize. Me apologize. Me never know. See me them a grown and say, oh, Andrew, sign paper for picnic in a school. For say if you is a boy, you is a girl, and you is a girl, you is a boy. You understand me? A whole heap of things the PNP them a do. A whole heap. But you know what me notice with labor, right? Sometimes we lazy. Because even the man they don't a mandeville, the look whatever they call him, don't a mandeville there. Him supposed to come out I see it when they. I mean I see labor right upon him back, but as you see labor right do anything you say PNP down upon them. You know understand and now come after them. But labor right like we ease up and we're not talking about this and we're not talking about that. And the same thing when them in talk say Prime Minister thief is spread like a wildfire. No, this man you come out and talk say no want a police don't a mandeville. You understand me? Because them a come down and come cause destruction or whatever. You understand me? And me one second labor right me here. Everybody supposed to come out and talk say if you left your seat, brother.
Cole sick, right? Cole a big comedian in sick. And me want to see if Cole a go come on TikTok. Me send it in the hospital what there. Me want to see if Cole a go come on TikTok contact say in the fi lay down a ground or no bed never they fi lay down in a. Me want to see that.
In devious enough, petal. In devious enough, and we do it.
You that thing say would have the record tonight. Look on John Pollock. Him now. We ain't get the bed for lay down in a crisp bed lay down in a but when come contact about say about no sheet.
More movie goal post.
Mr. Tal. Sorry.
You can black me on Twitter because I tell you some more back your foot.
Let me tell you something, Mr. Tal. You see, at some hospital, you see, you have some old people inside there that are schizophrenic, right? And no matter what the nurse them do, nor the hospital assistant them, they will always come off the bed and lie on the ground. And I don't know that to happen. Sometimes then you gotta even tie them on the bed, Miss Chin, so they don't come off. And then still and then like the supervisor for the hospital that said no, don't tie them because it look too Unhuman.
Inhumane.
Yeah, and then now so them stop tiling. But then come off of the bed all the while and lie on the ground. You hear me? Or when them fi use all the bedpan to pass them for pee, you know, them pee are grown because them old and them schizophrenic. So and what happen is through the PMP they want to belittle the government. They go around and take this picture and highlight them, but on a short that's a bed. Because and I like the country is short of resources. If a hospital need bed, all the CEO have to do, I write to the government and put out it to tender. Right? Because you have contractor who work with the health department who supposed to bring in these supplies and requests.
Right now, we shot a hospital space in England. To me, hospital na my local. When people come in through A&E have to get admit. Sometimes then they are A&E for ages per stretcher because them now know if we book them. Them have to discharge people,
But the
send
thing,
people to care home and for make free up space.
yeah, and the thing about it is this, right? It depends on what the people them coming with. Something
So,
not care what.
and Jamaica is a country where be accident at the time,
yeah,
be a gunshot victim. So where we are gonna get space to keep people?
And
Especially
another thing again is happening, Rista. That people is carrying their loved one to the hospital, leaving them there.
So,
And when they get discharged, they're not going back for them.
nowhere to go.
Winston, when we say something, maybe I look a piece side there. The hospital recently, a couple times when I find out what since a couple months back, I don't get the hospital back and forth. I'm going to tell you this. The last time I go down, I saw a young girl on there. And nothing really wrong with her now. I said she step on back, then she not a cut on her foot, she not done. I'm asking where she come from. She said she live up a jungle side. But she don't do everything because she did it. And she each up in the hospital and whatever, all the waiting area she did it. But she don't, and she want, the doctor then said she have something to admit her because she don't know if she want to stay at the hospital. All them things they are go on.
But look here.
You see me?
Stop
You don't want to go I'm going to go as far, the little girl. My baby mother, because my baby mother takes the time for her to go down there. I mean, down there with my baby mother. You see me? And the little girl, even my baby mother realized, because she come, and she over there, she sit on one side in front of her be there. My baby mother was a wheelchair, and she on the next side. And she cock up her foot and like she want to see underneath her. And the little girl don't have no panty. And she try to expose herself and she want to buy her food and she don't want to left out of the hospital. And she want to sleep in the hospital too. I asked her where she come grab my baby mother and show me and say, go like when I look see me because I don't want to look too obvious. And she said, look for the girl she go on with. You see me? Yeah, my baby mother pick up the rake, you know. You see me?
Yeah, show you meat throwers.
But listen, guys.
But me I say, no matter what me I say, the low line, all the petal, the low line me I said to you. She don't want to come out of the hospital, she want the doctor admit her, she will stay in there.
Yeah,
I'm not really wrong with her.
Some people want them in the hospital because they get 3 square million.
And the food, yes.
Not for about nothing. Listen to this though. The reality is a lot of the clinics were shut down in Jamaica over the years. Got shut down. And that ago inadvertently overwhelm the hospital system.
Wonderful, Petal. Wonderful.
Because guess what? When you normally go a clinic, and me can speak, for example, my community where me come from, the clinic used to service so many districts in the division. And when you look at it and the clinic shut down, remember, people used to go there, go see the doctor once a week. We come and do pressure, sugar. And remember, I don't know if
we don't know community nursing that we did lack at the time.
Yeah. My grandmother, when me a pitney used to go at the clinic and come back with the flask buckle with the milk and magnesium. I remember one time, every time she go, me see her come back with this something. And when it sit down, you see bottom, part of clear, part of white. I remember me shake you up one time and open me and test you. And me I say, what is now? I was like, yeah. She go get her pressure pill, she go get her sugar pill. And everybody usually get attended to by the clinics in the community. Bam! The clinic then shut down. What do you think are going to happen?
But you go, who can't afford private doctor go hospital, innit?
Hospital are going to overflow.
Yeah, this thing about hospital.
Me not cut you. There was this clinic, this in a Lisa in a constituency. I keep on preach about Southeast Center, and that's where I'm from. I love this so bad, you understand? But there was this clinic in Monique, you understand? Great clinic. Monique clinic shut down under PMP watch. And then now them come and them a come and run off them look a dirty food mouth and attack all kind of foolishness or hospital this or healthcare this or and they are the ones that let these things happen.
And then guess what? Jamaicans on a whole are blacks on a whole. A lot, me not say all, a lot of them don't seek health care until they are on death's door. So that's
true.
why when they go to hospital, it is so bad. The pressure
That they have to admit them.
The pressure they through the roof, the sugar they through the roof, the cholesterol they through the roof, this and that. They have one cut we can't heal, and that's why them are go have a longer stay in a hospital. Whereas if those illnesses were managed before, they would not get admitted in the first place.
All right, Petal. When Petal done,
All right.
what are the chromas? When Petal done, my kids dance or something.
Okay.
Yes, me. Yeah, please.
Come like may I read the same book from man? You still not get Petal. Petal, are you sent to the hospital with him, baby mother?
You did tell me. You forgot to tell me.
All right, Petal.
You remember me said that's okay because in my pictures I said all right because the kids have to be okay.
Yeah, man.
Okay. Go ahead, Kizzy.
Some kids done, my darling.
I don't like you put man over Petal.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening, my honey bunny.
Bless up.
All right.
Kizzy, more ask yourself, why you have a seminar like, you know? What do you know?
I second time you rush me chroma, so me I feel say well on.
Rush with today.
First time I might mistake, but second time I purpose.
Rush with a while ago now.
Because as I come in at the live, Maria greet me. I ready to give me the latest tea. And you jump up. Yeah, change it up.
Oh, I never know it in the box. No, I just should have changed it up. I never know it in the box.
Never in the box. Me not comment. Me just come in. Me just wake up. I don't even know what going. So Mario want give me the tea.
Yeah, my favorite man.
Yeah, topic you know. You see you come.
No, I know you can't take it, man. You know, I don't know. You can't change it already.
Yeah, man. Sorry about that.
Chromas in a plan. Chromas have you to me. I must be our red line.
No, man. I want to favorite.
You have to see with him. I don't really like tall girls and I like to shot on them.
You know, but me don't know what talk is done. You don't know if you talk shot, my virgin.
But Kizzy, if you want the update on what we were talking about, I Petal would have to be the person.
Them can't tell us still, man. I can't tell you, Kizzy.
It's fine.
Let Petal tell you what. No, Kizzy, it really sick, so we have to keep on doing
No one talk. No one talk.
Marlene, go on. It's just that Marlene I get Bradley. Listen to Marlene.
All right. Sit through the
So Kizzy.
Well, a little bit. Sit through the lane and say it. Sit through the lane, say so and feel to chromas. You see it? All right. So no, me alone feel. I don't have to chroma. Through the lane. Go and hear the tea and him a black way.
Yes, but never talk with them. So them I talk now. Can I come in? So never realize. So hush, man. I'm not perfect.
It's Marlene, man. You know.
So this morning now, me jump up and say, me go on the internet, they go see what I go on and me a stroll. God Almighty Jesus Christ, for me born out of my mama. Me hear say one PNP man up which party place name? You no help me now? You no have to talk, man. Any man, where? Upper Red Hills. A man tell a little young boy say, I'm a member, say Kizzy, come closer, Kizzy, come in and talk for PNP then here. Me talk for all the labor then here, come out, I rear them, my PNP them say they have dirty fault and nasty behavior. A man say, member say, me open me your hole. He come on the spot, this news media, and I song if me want you to bring come give me brawling. And he said, if you see you not bring your F, come give me. Me analyze you and pull you up a shot.
You like me and put some coffee on.
You never know, Kizzy, and he say, me no care how much I F you. And he said to him, so what time you come? When you come, I want some F now, come whatever turn up, I want some F. I mean, I'll tell you again, and you go see what happens. So the boy said to him, say, it look like you what? Where boy said to him, hold on. If boy said to him, say, me nah go tell a lie on PNP. That a one thing when me promise myself, me nah do. The boy said, look like you're cross. And he said, you're going to find out if me cross. Now bring your F, come remember, say, me open that the whole day. In Kizzy, me say PNP arrive. Then land Kizzy.
Let me say something, Missy Marlene. Them behavior, I saw them behave long time. And I don't know if you remember, persons who maybe have follow politics long or a blog long time. I don't know if you remember one long time. Is it before Karen Cross left PNP, she was always the type of person who she is now, you know. That's why now them up talk about them up put her out and a this and a that. Karen Cross did ball out a whole heap of them business one long time on Facebook, you know. And I just become a phone, me change out phone and mash up phone and them something there. But long time she did ball out and talk about them sex behavior and talk. I mean, me
Why for
remember
the aquarium go over there in Kizzy?
long time
Jesus
next year, so the whole of
Christ.
them they always a cross sex each
Kizzy,
other
we have
and
to go
something there.
one Pampers factory at Jamaica. Cause me feel say would I make money. Where you say Kizzy? Me have little change in my bank, you know, could I do little investment. Where you say Kizzy?
Good morning. Grand rising, everybody.
Morning.
Grand
But first,
rising.
Sweet Pea, of course, I said hello. But we did reply to you in the comments.
Listen, Kizzy,
Yeah.
we have to go build one aquarium for the orange whale them.
And you know the funny thing? The funny thing is, I listened to them for about 5 minutes the other night.
Mercy.
And the current officer, cause me I go call name, cause she come on my live, she come in on my box and me never have it wasn't a quarrel though or anything, but she never come in on my back with current officer. She come with a different account. But me never know she and Plank, cause she and Plank did have problem. But anyways, she was on the live and she was telling them that they need to push back. They need to push back because the labor rights spread this rumor about Jerry Bryan and the PNP that even hard and strong foundation PNP people upset, and I tell them because you know somebody who is very homophobic and so I'm saying to myself, when me hear her I say it, me wonder if she thinks say we the public never know a long time say the preference of choice over PNP against sex. Look from when we know that. All we know that long time. So anybody was shocked now amongst them who did have their head in the sun. I don't know. One of their favorite blogger did get exposed with her tongue in all part of other people.
Kizzy, remember say down a town when me come from down a town. Remember say me not the near that side they do, but remember say Zeke have penis in me I take time talk I no want to sue me. Remember say Zeke have penis in her mouth. Remember?
Yeah, but remember say no film Enos phone during in a prison.
Jesus Christ, Kizzy, you remember too much.
Yeah, so it's not like it's something where we knew when we should have knew to we are frightening to we. It's just that them get bolder now.
Kizzy, go and go listen to Andy Spot.
That's why
Go listen to Andy Spot, Kizzy.
Kizzy,
Go listen to Andy Spot. You laugh till you cry.
Because them did expect them come out, them want them rights and legality in our country. You know? Me say it all the time.
Kizzy, we look up in them down at Jamaica, no safe, and that them a bring down the dirty PNP, them a bring down the that they want. That's why they want to win the election, so that to Jamaica can talk. But me I tell you no PNP.
They keep talking about population.
I'm so straight man down at Jamaica, and if you no think you no can mess with them, what go down there? Remember me tell you, you're so real upon our wrist, man. We're in a Jamaica Labour Party, we're not stand for foolishness. Uno penis I go cut off and put in our mouth. Watch it. Preach, yeah, preach.
The truth is, you see, they are a part of society, and we can't deny that. Then they are from Bible days, yeah. But the way gone now, nobody not safe, and we know, you know, when we know, we have the one that come out proudly and say a straight man they like, and a straight man they want turn. That mean they don't want keep them behavior within them ranks. And this is the problem there. And then you have the one that will molest kids. So regular people now got stand up and allow it.
Jamaica
People
Labour
no
Party
want
have some
it.
real brother. I mean, I ask Christ, can me, a Labour right, for me push out of my mama, and me head come out and me catch breeze until my body could have had, cause PNP burn down my mama house. I mean, I ask Christ, kind of hate the election, a whole heap of sitting we go through with PNP, but PNP me, I wanna know, you see, uno penis, we are stand up for man, uno make sure uno no come over a Jamaica Labour Party where the man them over there are real man, cause you have some real man. Uno go get it. Uno keep uno nastiness to uno self. All right.
Well on the Marlin, Mary and a baby G this for did figure with the update for Indian Town. Him they
Yeah,
come
man,
do last night.
he did. He came up and he said that he gave us some insight, good insight as well, and they may not find human fire as well. But him find human fire, but him give us some good information about what is taking place in Indian Town.
Anybody can give you an update out of Marant Bay?
Yeah, that would be very good. Anybody can give us
If
an
there's
update.
anyone in the comments or anybody who have an idea what going on at Marant Bay, we want to hear it too.
Steve says soon, Steve can give some update. But
Okay, Steve. Okay. Big up on yourself.
What me can tell you, what I know, Kizzy, concerning St. Thomas, that Mrs. Vaz is on the ground with Miss Charles, working the division. So I know that they are pooling the resources. And you know that the Vazes them are political.
Okay, me know say me MP out there right now. She come like she take you over like a fair election. Me see her out there going with herself a sweep up, a cut, a ride road in a tractor. Me see me MP a going with herself, man. Me know. Me aware of that, you know, Winston. Me tell you, it's one thing to be aware of what we see, but you see when a local person can come give from them point of view, because don't ever underestimate the grassroots, you know. The grassroots closer to the ground, and where people won't say to officials, they will say to the regular nearby, you understand?
So true, yeah.
Yeah, so that's why I like to hear from the grassroots. Me love. You see if me go one place, me sit down with the person where people ignore almost every day, because that person you will get the truth from. But Miss Vaza, the thing the MP say that we say, me not ask. Me already count Marant B as a winning Mr. Winston Dowdy. He will be the next councillor out of Marant B. It's no joke about that. My MP and the team are gone out there. Them are not Ali Button. They no work for nothing. Now we will have that seat. That division is a certainty.
Yeah, man.
There's no doubt in my mind.
I have that expectation too. I know that.
Of course.
I know that
Baby G you have to carry up, you know.
I saw Miss Grange out there as well. So I know there are persons who different MPs who are taking their turn and go out there, go give them strength.
You can't take my box. May I go get ready for carry my mother go somewhere right now. So I can't take my box.
Mario, you can bring up back Baby G, you know.
I know that. I know
the next general election will be sometime next year.
Yeah,
for sure.
The council that pass off did popular amongst the people, because him was a person who operate in a non-partisan way.
User 406. Why you not edit your thing and change your name and give yourself a proper name and take off the user? Damien Crawford is still working. Damien Crawford. Sure. Damien Crawford.
The Baby G, Kizzy, talk to him.
So baby G, what go on?
We're there alive, man.
Yeah, man. So I grown.
It grown gov.
That is it.
But I say it gov with me, it gov.
So me get one little voice note clip from one lady down there, and she tell me say they said they must spend the opposition down there spend money like hell. I say go.
I must spend in vain, man.
Well,
We liar to the ground, man.
alright.
I must spend in vain, man.
Do you know the lady personally, Suzette?
It's another 5 minutes walk to our house, man.
Okay,
Join
and you can give me a little bit about her, like what is she like as a person? Is she a hard worker?
Yeah, man, she's a very hard worker, man. And guess what happened? She's a well educated teacher. She have a master and diploma.
Okay,
So
that's
she
good.
not only taught the people, she taught the people, them children.
Yes, well, that is good.
Yeah. Right now, they call about Sheena right now. We are looking to her like a MP.
Oh, well, that yes, because if she's that educated, then of course, and if she's a person from the community and she accomplished, and she's a teacher, she educate others. So that of course, that is clear. You can you see a two teacher because Otamarant the gentleman is a teacher as well.
Mm-hmm. She have her thing locked, you know.
Yeah,
The thing is, let me tell you what happened. The only thing, no people, PMP are up against her. Cause Labour right now about people, because we playing, you know. The only thing the little handful of PMP have about her, she not tell Odi can't feel belly, you know. But at that time, cause me pass, you know, me know you. Me and you born and grow and me pass and I tell you Odi, you know, depends on the mood I'm in.
So they must say she not talk to people?
She not tell, no really talk to people, she not tell Odi.
Let me tell you something. You see them people here, they're so stupid and petty. Like, you don't have to get up every day morning down the whole place. The lady have her head focused on her career and what she will accomplish. Yes, let me tell you, it's the community people. Community people always them things that everybody fi carry themselves one way. You have to sit down on the corner, you have to chat to everybody. I know everybody have that personality.
No.
Right? You see, in my community, let me tell you this. Me in my community, I am loved differently because them say me acknowledge everybody, but I just my personality that. Me no go on better than people. Yeah, me sit down, but that no mean no my sister when no do what me do. No mean she better. She just have a different personality. She's just not the kind of person. Me we sit down pan corner with the boy them, run joke with them, hear what go on and me feel comfortable. I like it. Me feel comfortable. Me can sit down the whole day with them chat foolishness. But that is my way of connecting and socializing with them. My sister go just say, hey, what go on? And maybe one-on-one, but she go about her business.
That's right.
You know, but that everybody has seven different mind, but that no mean you don't love people.
I want to check it out, you know. She cool, you know, I mean, very cool and calm, you know, because it happened. We grew up with her, you know, from like school days. And then me migrate to Kingston from like age 15 plus. Then spent 32 years at Kingston and come back and she still remember me. Because she called me by name. She associate.
Yeah, but baby G, look at this, right? Tell me now, what kind of hello and good morning and good afternoon you want from people if the person is an educator? They already have served the community, you know, in a different way. That is enough.
That's right.
And you see when you're in them kind of job there where you have to talk a lot and you have to always socialize. You see when you finish work, you're drained.
They want big
you don't want to talk no more.
Absolutely.
They want big her. That's why they want her to be friendly and laugh up and speak spooky. So they can beg.
If you get to know her, it's a complete different because she's cool. Because from what you know. From what they when I run on the road, people love her, man. Let Nesto Margie. Triple M.
Well, that is good.
Triple M, you know.
We
Margie.
need the division still. We
McLeod.
need it.
We do what?
We need it.
Well, I get that video, I mean, I'm going to do, you know. I mean, I'm going to do because the thing is it. The thing is it, McFarlane, McLeod, McFarlane, Margie. She did win, Del Ride, Daddy, Dawson. Like 90 odd votes, right?
Mm-hmm.
And guess what happened now? Which part she come from, you know, is that we are joint community in Geltown and Frostil, right? Longbow, what we call it Frostil, coming out about thing. So guess what happened now? We are joint community like 5 minutes walk to her home. And Rona Geltown, where she come from, is like you have some diated PMP around there, right? And since she take up the mantle, you know. A Green Island Geltown, you know. We can count like only 3 hours a Geltown Orange, you know.
That is
So
good.
them behind her then, which is good.
Well,
You
if our
understand me, I say?
community support her, that's all she need, you know.
You understand me, I say?
Oh.
So if you have one green man turn orange man, we have 10 orange man turn green man.
Oh.
You understand me? I say? So I feel comfortable and confident. Me not lie about that.
Uno just make sure say uno send a message
And I
down there.
think with local government, you know, people vote through, they know, you know.
Yes.
You understand me? I say?
Uno just make sure say uno go out and send a message to the PNP and make them know say I never floops win last time and the people really want them, don't want them there.
Pan the live last night, me free. When I'm shower man encourage me. Me not know the shower man name, cause so many nice and sit near me and me look around. Encourage me and say if you go out and get the young people them first. Me a recollection there, you know, me a dig them out. Me a pick up
I miss you, man. Baby G.
Yeah,
I miss you, man.
Oh, we a dig them out, man.
Yeah, because you see the elderly, them we vote. And when you go for them, then we come. But you see young people not to catch them early.
We a dig them out. We a pick up scenarios, man. Me a Mario Spencer, you know, co-worker, you know.
Listen,
I know
we not call me full name. Hey, not call me full name.
I know, certain time I work, you know. Me and my co-worker, British Columbia, you know. I know when I work, you know.
Baby G, your mouth boss.
Listen, don't call me full name. I am people that me don't sue me.
Alright, here we go now. Me not call a full name, me a Mario co-worker. Left off it.
Alright.
Yeah, that?
But
That's a lot, man.
Yeah, I'm passionate about the party and the thing about it. One thing says something I saw, we just have to just work because from over the years.
Yes, a lot, man. Yeah, you see only way is unlock. Eh? The only way is unlock, you see? Unless we have some wolf in a sheep clothing. You remember when we go to a conference one time?
That's how people see. That's how they say it true.
Listen to the part, you know. We go to a conference arena and I went to Andrew of the bill and I said, Andrew, call it. I mean, Andrew, call it. 4 shots. Let's say, I'm going to give me the shot in Prime Minister. But different we go. Yeah, man, we go, man. Intelligent you was in bright.
Yeah, baby G. Again, we really appreciate your company live, yeah, and attack and team. But don't forget the game plan. The young people first. Let's get them out first. You get them out first.
Tell me that.
People, well, I know, baby G, people of my generation, we are going to vote. Them people, my age group are going to vote. But the young people, them 10 finna want go early and them tell you this and delay the thing. Target them first. Trust me. Man. And we can't wrong. Once we target them. And again, baby G, I want you to understand and I want you to get the people them to understand what is at stake down there. Because if God forbid the other side should have win it, God forbid the other side should have win, the mayorship gone to them.
Sure.
So that is one of the reasons why you have to preach the message. I have to make sure send home. I mean, no, based on how you visit upon the live and attack, I may hear the passion in your voice. I mean, know you're going to do it. So do it for we, do it for the JLP, and do it for the country.
The better Jamaica. We need. We don't want, you know. He's our God man, you know. And God never tell us ain't going to supply your wants, He ain't going to supply your need as count to your riches and glory. We need this. This is a must. And if I'm about to maybe, you know, we need this. You get what I'm saying? We need this. Yeah, I feel nice yesterday. Let me say the mayor watch our place, house to house. Yeah, man. Last week was bro God himself, you know. Nice, man. Cause what with the last night, you know, is a bet, you know. What with the last night, that bag goal is a PMP stronghold. It was a bet, so labor right here, go that's, you know. I was swarming place last night like ants. About 1, 2, 3, 4 hours away from was PMP. One and full.
Just for like flowiness, we do this.
They must sweat, man.
We do this.
We're good, man. We're government. We're government.
No, just make sure so no do the thing and wake up with the no game plan set and election day and no say a winnings we are go for and no make PNP run no money down there for election day and make people them if you go vote no go vote. That's it for them style that
For them
go
style.
and buy out election.
The election name by election, but we not sell out. The one name by election, but liberate them not sell out. We are get more and more, you know. Come say a while ago.
Remember PNP when them buy election after that then say them PO no so they no do no work. Them also no get no forget already for election day.
You see,
So always be weird. Don't make no PNP tell you no say no vote on no voting on no right. On the right, I want to know vote on no talk.
You know what
And next issue I want to address cause couple people from time to time people my inbox me no wanna ask me like advice and share little things with me. So me get fair have a little idea of what is happening too with a lot of labor rights, right? A lot of labor rights move and they live elsewhere and them vote there somewhere else. And when election day come, afar for them left go vote in that division or that constituency. Guys, if you no move, and I'm not sure say you no move, I'm not sure say when election day come, you no in the position, maybe you wake up, you no fear or whichever way, find a way to change on vote, transfer on vote, so you will be able to support the MP or the candidate in the area where you live. Don't wait for election day. You have someone to I say uno there in a certain area, uno move uno vote from yes so to this so because uno can win up this about in a PNP area and uno can win. I don't agree with that kind of mentality or that kind of mindset because uno know when uno are gonna have a good candidate. Remember say sometimes at the last half a candidate is installed. You know why in the middle of election something happen and you cannot vote for no candidate. Right? With it benefit to know. Remember, when you vote, if you vote the upper, for example, St. Thomas, and you move Ghana Negril, if any little thing happen, by right, you're not supposed to be victimized or whatever, you know. But a MP will look for a MP, our accounts can look for and say, but you don't vote in this division. Your vote is not here. And you can't get no assistance. So please, for the love of God, do the right thing. Yes, Carl.
We have a whole heap of stubborn people. Right you now, which part me live at West Kingston, yeah. Desmond Mackenzie community constituency. You have a lot of people who live across Portmore. All my sister and my nephew, them in it too. I don't care for the life of me. I constantly I tell them, say, move your vote from West Kingston and carry it over Portmore. Because one, Portmore need it more than we in our West Kingston. Right. And these are the things I will try and persuade them to do. But you have some people just stubborn. But I just the other day me end up me get my nephew and my sister to move them vote. Because I never stop. Me go for them. Me do what me for do because I know say Terrelang and a Terrelang. One live in a Terrelang area and one live in a Big Rab area. And especially Big Rob. Big Rob need the vote more than even Terrell Lang.
Real man.
So these are the things that we have to continue to encourage them to move your vote and carry it, go where you live. I don't want to tell you something, folks. A time I'll come, where the system I go just work the way they you have to vote in where you live,
Sure.
So,
we still needs roll out the now.
I want to say something further to what Kizzy was suggesting, Kizzy. One of the most important things is that the Ainanton division is a deep rural division. And most likely you're going to have voters living outside of the division because of work, right? So one of the things that they must concentrate on is to put in the necessary resources so those who live outside the division can come in and get vote, come in and vote and get back them bus here and so on and so forth. Because that is one of our main strategy what we use in
Hear this now?
Outside voters.
Hear this now? That covered, man. We have that lock, man.
All right then, wonderful.
You see when that time you come in, you just come like people that come from foreign, man. Them support the party, man.
Baby G.
Yeah, man.
One of the best thing about
Yes, guys, and call get a call. Yeah, man, no need for sort up because no know sometime when the election call, there's somewhere else, but the vote is needed.
All right, afternoon.
Mario, hold on the F9, Mario.
Hold on the F9.
Mario, me no say give me the moderator position, but it now me not have no power.
Yeah, guys, I'm not in the area of where I can. I don't think my constituency doing any local government. Me in a Natalie Nita Edley place, and I don't see much representation from my side. I've always said it up to yesterday. The WhatsApp group from a citizen association. I say my good Patricia Harris talk some things to some people regarding some information that she had disclosed by way of help, and the people them are see her up on the ground, and I feel so unhappy when I see how active. Nothing wrong with a councillor being active. Me have to respect people who do that. But me keep on and say from the first day me come on this platform with any one of the representatives and I have to speak on who is seen. I have to say that my side where I am from in Angels Estate, me not see the Labour Party representative at all. I mean, I know what could have caused that. I mean, you understand? So when I was at home, people used to talk amongst themselves that the councillor is hardly coming over and so on and so forth. No mobilization and guan and all of these things. All me can do is encourage people to do what they need to do to get the machinery going. You know, I can't talk about how my heart break when I not see that going on my side. You know, I feel good when I hear the guy that talk a while ago. My name Baby G. Me really feel good when I hear people speak like that because it make me feel like I'm a part of a machinery that is going, even though from my side of the machinery now come like I want broke down alternator when I nothing now send no juice over one side where I need it. So I just have to thank God for the people them who understand the assignment and I do the work so that them can get stuff done. That's what me can say right now.
Bless up. Well, to me, the Ainanton division is very, very important because I remember a time. Because remember, Ainanton is representing for the entire Clarendon in this by-election.
Yes, ma'am.
Right? To move Clarendon forward once again. Right now, we're practically at a standstill because we know the impact it costs in Clarendon when we don't have a Jamaica Labour Party mayor. right? So, as I said, the work is going on, and I hope if there's anything that we outside of the community can do to help mobilize things, to put out the information, because right now we would glad if Suzette could come on a platform and speak, right? And see if more information could get out there, because we understand that she is a hard-working young lady also, because we see the work that Marjorie started in the constituency, in the division, should say, right? And the people applaud her. The people really give her the praises. You have people from both sides of the party. You have people who have switched, right, from the opposition party since Marjorie took office, since Marjorie became the councillor.
Yes.
So would like all those work to continue under Suzette, right? Miss what's your name, Barton?
Yes, Suzette Barton.
Yeah, would really like that to continue. So go out there, dig out the people in the morning, as they say, get out the younger people first, because the whole shower people, you know, they're going to come out. Once you go for them, you know, they're going to come out and vote, you know, man. So bless up in the community, you know.
Take that one shot, yeah. Take that one shot, yeah. Mario, Mario, take that one shot, now. Yeah, you see later. Yeah, may I make sure she go live. May I make sure she join and come live, and I know you she talk later, yeah.
All right, good. That's what I was going to ask. If you can get her to come on the live later on or something.
But baby G, just tell her say she won't be bombarded with questions or anything. We will not do that, Mario. If I you up, your host it, she will not be bombarded with questions. It's just to hear her. And she can say whatever she wants. She don't have to stay on 10 longer than 10 or 15 minutes. Yeah, just to
Most
come and
definitely.
and say hello to the supporting team over here over TikTok, and that's it. Because sometimes they are apprehensive about coming on platforms because they don't want to be bombarded with all sort of, you know, because it's not a controlled environment. But tell her it's a safe space.
You know next talk, you know? She had an interview nomination there. When we get the station, me gonna get it and make on hear the woman. Everybody talk about it. Well, she compact, man. Yeah, it's a compact disc, everything on a one package. You know what I'm saying? So later I'm going to make sure my point of duty to make sure I get to her and make sure know say if I'm at 10 minutes that is good enough.
I don't know. Antonio, thank you.
I gotta do that, man. So
Glad to hear your voice. So you never think something okay, Antonio? But we guys know that today was the funeral service for the councillor from the Christiana division that's done by Manchester.
Wow,
Lizzie, long-serving councillor, Audley Shaw. Okay. So it was a good funeral, I am being told. Yes, Sparkle, Lizzie.
I'm going to expel now because I want to show lady what report when we go agree to now, yeah?
All right, baby G.
Before you go with baby G, one of the things I want to remind you now to encourage you do. The people them will live on the hills and them way there, because me get the understand the constituency is a deep rural constituency. That's all?
Yes.
So the people them will live on the hills and way beyond, well, me know what's a civilization. The road may bad and the road may rough for go to them. We have a game plan to get out those people.
They say we get from a pin to an anchor.
All right, sir. All
Nothing
right,
impossible when God unite.
All right,
When
sir. All right, sir.
We are all accountable in a
We are only accountable.
Hold on, I want to tell Baby G. Baby G, nobody drink too much of the whites. Nobody drink too much of the whites because we want you up and running.
Maria, I'll tell you. If me a drink, I feel how I spill the glass. Me
No,
not
the
use it.
day they don't drink nothing till after.
No,
After.
no.
Don't drink
The
nothing
night
day.
before, the night before, don't drink because the next day I work there.
Yeah.
Save the best for last.
Yeah, man. Save the best for last, my brother.
Oh.
But we have all the confidence in you. We have all the confidence in you. You are one of them.
Alright.
I'm gonna help bring it to us.
Right away.
Carl, hopefully later on the councillor the councillor will be on here.
The councillor to be the lady.
No, to be.
Right.
No, to be.
The
I don't know
councillor,
caretaker to be the councillor. We are talking to
councillor.
be.
Hopefully the councillor will be on here later on. So
Yes.
she will be here later.
As me go sabum, as me cut off, me make a link. Then up on the road, you know, I do what them fi do, you know.
Okay.
Can you address Ainsley in the comment about Ifru and St. Andrew if you have anything to say on it?
Yeah, so my virgin, respect again for the yeah, and hopefully we'll hear from you later.
Winston, I think Ainsley and PMP, you know, be a problem in every site.
I mean, I beg your excuse here.
No problem, my brother. Thank you again. Listen
One
here,
love.
listen out.
One love. Shower.
Shower labor, right?
Cool.
Bless up, baby G. Alright, G.
Alright, baby G.
Cool.
Kizzy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have full function and moderator more than we have full function and moderator.
Okay, well, me no know cause me no know what the problem then. Me no know what the problem.
Yeah, man, they have full function.
I want to see VM news clipping me there listen, you know.
Okay.
That's what I never hear what you say. Ludwin, welcome you in the box for a minute. And Ludwin service no good. Ludwin.
That's a lie. I'm from East Rural. Well, nobody's saying that. How would you say?
Hold on. We're here from Ludwin. I don't know what happened to Ludwin. Ludwin going once. Ludwin going twice.
Him not on a service, man.
Ludwin not on a service.
Alright, can I just say something before you think that? I'm happy to hear that is what is going on in Ainantown because as I keep saying, Ainantown, I don't live anywhere close to there, but that division is close to my heart. It come in like the division that I am from at this moment because I know that Stian Barneswell, when he was a mayor in Clarendon, all that person did for Clarendon was rob the kitties, right? So, big up Ainantown division.
Kizzy, boy, tell me name what the girl use again, you know. The next name what she use. Karen Office. Why the next name she use?
You know, me no remember Plank because you see, me did up on the live one morning and we were having a conversation and she come and she sent a request and she identified herself. But she actually identified herself with her proper name too and what have you. So I did not know who she was. It was afterwards. Now after the whole thing, when you come on, somebody tell me say I did she same one. So me not remember the name, but I guess it will come up eventually. Cause she always seems to come by my life them.
Oh, when I hear about my PNP, them then come like a you Richards, them know wicked enough.
Well, I don't know why they stay so, you know. Then come like in two different profiles where they have night and day.
Last night, me hear you Richards beat Rusty and strength and beat Rusty and strength. And beat Rusty and strength until they on a close left on them body.
Wow.
Right now we meet upset. I want
keep them in the body line.
life.
Operation. Plank.
Yeah.
When beat them, where beat them? To them face or behind them back?
No,
Behind them back.
Okay,
Behind
I
them
film
back.
style that, you know. I film style that.
Me say I catch him over here. Come me
Yeah,
that
man, we
invite
soon
him.
catch him. We soon catch him, man.
Them boy can't be the one in front of them. See, chat behind people.
That's true.
They can't chat the
But
rust.
still, you know, he's not a man when me have no great beef against still, you know, in fairness. We don't really have big beef with him. As such, him activist just like myself. I may expect same I go, but all the problem we have with them are lion. It's just
You
like
don't use
our boy there. It's just like my boy they will come over.
nah,
Plan.
you don't use people sickness against them.
No,
You don't use
tell him
people
already.
sickness against
Tell
them.
him already. But tell him already. Say you can't use sickness and death. But tell him already, Mr. You can't use sickness and death against people, you know. And him try to justify it and no call and that. You know him style already. You know? So it's just like the little idiot one, the Cosmo where they you have to laugh. I don't know if you're there on the life plank and bring
No, sir. No, sir.
Me say the little idiot Cosmo I gonna make we know say advance. The car dealer when they advance the company there and them own JUTC. If me don't know that. I say we rub him out, we laugh, we can't get the Manchester man.
I saw them done first.
Me say
Hold on the call. One bro got good afternoon, sir. You have nothing to add?
Good
Open
afternoon.
them up.
Good afternoon, Miss Cookies. Yeah, good afternoon, guys. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, darling.
You know, last night, I figured something. Well, I guess it's nothing new. Probably you guys know, but I never think about it from that concept. So me I go share it. All right. So Andrew Holness always has said this election is one of the most important election there is. And I feel like one of the reasons for that is because you see the same JPS where Philip Paul will sell we out are just 3 years left on the contract, you know, we're gone 17 years. You understand me? So when election call next year and Andrew win a JLP I go in a power when the JPS contract fee renegotiate. And truth be told, them 81 people over here, so I not put this me a labor right, but I not say this on a political standpoint. But do we really want PNP to be in power to when that contract ends to renegotiate? And that is a question, by the way.
No, so I can't trust them for that.
We don't want them. That's why we are coming with nuclear electricity. We cut down on electricity at Jamaica.
Yeah, but the thing is not plan. They said it, the reason why JPS operate like that, you know, is because they don't have no competition, so they're not being forced to be competitive. You understand? So they can't do anything them feel like. When me check the levels, when the contract they are renegotiate, we hope one of them big people that pass through the live and hear this. But when I want, me not think Jamaica. For me no want a more 20-year contract. The contract they too long. 20 years, me not feel like them contract they for past 5 years. So we give 5 years, you fuck yourself, and the 5 years done, we kick you out.
May I agree with you. Or if not 5 years, because remember them is a monopoly in Jamaica currently.
Yeah,
so
but
them have a little sway. Them will come with them big mouth on the table. You understand? But I pray to God, Darrell Vaz is still the minister. We sit with them and and negotiate that deal when the time come. Midnight love true. 10 years is more favorable because I don't believe they will agree to 5 years because they're a monopoly.
Yeah, but guys,
thing, you know, kiss that hold on, you know. You see, if you have 10 years in your mind, you can't go to the negotiating table go say that, because the
Yeah,
person
man, me
on
know
the other
that.
end always want
Me
more
know
than
that.
what
Them
you
a go and come
represent.
out with the best deal.
All right. So, and another thing again, me feel like them need to cut out the monopoly business and open up the market to competition.
It
Guys,
will happen eventually, just give it
Kizzy
time.
and one bro God. My take on that, is that I really believe the government for buy back JPS and run it. I mean, it have been said anything where government have them run it too good and blah blah blah. But JPS is a national asset. It's
Yeah,
something
that is
where
my belief as well, Carl.
it's something where I believe so the state must own.
Must own. May I
Yeah,
agree
I
with
believe
that
so.
too.
I believe certain entity in
I
the
believe
state must
water,
own.
water, and
Water, light,
electricity should
and,
definitely be
and the
government
State
oil.
owned.
own.
And the oil, Petrojam.
Yes, yes.
Well, are we own
How
Petrojam
we
full
own
now?
Petrojam? But
Because
the
them
Yeah.
thing
man benefit and them have like a party night and we buy about back them share and so.
but
Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
you see, the thing is, though, but the thing is, even if the government have it in mind to repurchase JPS, them can't do it until the contract done, which is the next 3 years.
No, but here again, too, they don't say it's the private people. The private people, they want to send it back to the government.
No, them have, if them contract
No
done, them
man,
now no,
if them contract done, them not have
contract
no
done, they
choice.
not have they not have no other alternatives, commas.
Yeah.
It's either they walk left it or something.
Are them work with what we present?
Yeah,
No, you
because
know, the contract, well, this is what I say. This is
there
what
are
I say.
clauses in
It
the
makes sense,
contract,
This is what I say. The contract is the operation side of the company, Bridget. Operation is not about the ownership part of the company. That's not who you understand what I say, no? Owning the company is different from the operation.
Thomas, explain it to me some more. I don't think I understand what you say.
Yeah, I don't think I understand either.
No, I say the contract what them have. What is the contract about? To all them run the company. They run the company, the operation side of the company.
The contract is what the agreement between them and the Jamaica government.
Right. So the Jamaican government
so
cannot
the
tell them
the
how
service
to
for
deal
them,
with
the service what them provide.
Yeah, stick up in
Then
this.
the mission statement, whatever it is, to be to serve the public.
That is the operation side of the company, don't it? The owner part now, the owner, like when they buy the company, like they said, they sell the company. Like when they sell it to Morant for how much money. So when the contract up now, what I'm trying to get to understand, when the contract up, the operation, the contract order what them set offer to run the thing. Okay, understand like when the people the contract get after that finish. Listen to me, say no. After the contract up, we can when they go if you buy back because
yes,
the government can't buy back.
Yes, my brother. Once
the government own 19%, currently,
Once it's up, the government is obligated to sign it back with you. That is the thing with contract, If you have a contract with me, I say at 10 years, I want to tell you, maybe clause.
No, listen to me, I said, if it makes sense, Then why I was saying, if you just a contract with the government, then why we have to then sell out JPS? Why we have used that term?
Because we not get the full use of it for 20 years.
No, when you sell something, you have a car and you sell it to somebody else. Who own it?
Well, all right, me hear you, Thomas. What on it? Me hear you and me understand where you come from, my brother. But all right, the word selling me use loosely. Probably used loosely. But what means so them sell out, them get a sweetheart deal then. In other words, them get the JPS, who have it now, get a sweetheart deal. Because if you're on a contract for 20 years, it's practically a generation, It's a long time that. So that's when we use the word, well, I know, Thomas, I want you to get the full side. When we use the word sell, it may be overstate, right? But them give them a sweetheart deal which should never happen.
All right, listen to me now, and listen to me keenly. When the PJ started to come to Morant, And when the Moran come out of the bankruptcy and get to them to get out of Jamaica and get them bankruptcy and sell it to Marabini, all that work out if it's a contract. All they sell it to Marabini and then Marabini, the Japanese company.
Kromal, listen what I said to you. This is where. This is Kromal. This is where. You answer something. This is where a lot of us is getting this JPS thing wrong, you know. The Mirant Marabini presently own the asset of JPS and then own JPS. What is it that they have? They have a contract with the government now for distribution.
That me I talk about my brethren.
When the distribution lines are up the next 2 years' time, then the distribution license will renew. Yeah. But the asset JPS is still owned by Marabini.
That me I talk about. That me I try to figure out.
Guess what? The government reserve the rights to buy out all of that. It's so government operate.
Yeah, but when me answer my bridging, when me answer, make it so like adjust the contract, you're not talking about operate. As when the bridging just explain, when just explain about that. Someone want to explain it.
We hear you, but as me say, most of the selling out part, it overstated. Right? In my views, it overstated.
I really overstated. That explain that. Why not?
The contract
that's why it go. Marabini is the Japanese company, and they still still send all the chase to a Korean company. I don't know what name to. The Korean company involved in it too.
So what can I understand is that the Jamaican government only own 19% of JPS asset. 19%, right? What happened is
20.
Call it 20% then at the JPS asset. That's the only thing that the government own. So Marabini can always sell see them 18% stake to anybody who them choose.
Yeah, they don't sell it back to the government.
No, Winston, hold on a chromas for a while. Winston, remember now when you say government, there is clause in a contract, you know. Because your man will meddle in a contract. For me don't make own little business. And sometimes I
know the clause in a contract.
And there is clause in a contract, the do's and the don'ts to, you know. So you have to understand all of them things. The government, meaning Jamaica government, reserve the right. Just like what they do with Petrojam. Them buy out the share. Remember, Venezuela has a couple little shares united up.
No, Venezuela won 49% stake.
Exactly. And the government, Comas, please, just hold on a little on my brother, no. What the government to do with Petrojam is just fight out back.
No,
and the government can
please, don't talk over each other. But let me say something, because
the government also
please, Carl, 1 minute, guys, please, for the benefit of the panel and for the persons who are in the comments, because Kelsey Guard saying government still owns JPS. Let me explain to you. Let me just explain this. Let me close my mic and Uno can have the discussion. All right. So, Jamaica Public Service Company Limited, JPS, is a privately owned utility company. Okay, Kelsey? The government of Jamaica does not own JPS, right? It's as it stands, the ownership is divided among 4 main entities. 4 main entities. That means to say, it is a privately owned company, but 4 entities own it. That means that the ownership of it is divided among 4 different entities. Marubeni Corporation, that is Japan, the Japanese that is from the company from the country of Japan, them own 40%, right? And then Korean East West Power, that is a company out of South Korea, them own 40%. So that's 80% to 2 other international corporations outside of Jamaica. 1 in Japan, 1 in South Korea. Then the Jamaican government own 19.9%. You know hear how much Jamaica won?
and the 1%.
19.9%. Wait, Chromas. And then you have private shareholders who own a 1% tonight. So don't ever say the government of Jamaica. The government of Jamaica have minority shares in it. 19.9, not even a complete 20%. So the two companies that own the 40%, they are the majority shareholders and owners of the company. So don't, just for clarity. All right.
Yeah, man. And you're right, Kizzy. But my argument is the government reserve the right, because them are government, them can buy it out back at any time. At any time. This is how it works. And the same thing, the same way it did work with the petrojam and the Venezuela. The Venezuela. So the government can step in as a watcher. No, man. Then all right. Let me ask you something now. Back to wait no, my brother. You said the contract for Hope Force. All right, fine. What about the petrojam and the Venezuela? How you explain the one day?
But the two different contracts, Venezuela contract and JPS, two different contracts.
That is what I say. A basically
not the same. It's different. It have differences.
We cannot sit here and debate the contract, because we, the Jamaican public, is not privy to the contract. We don't know the
I don't believe
details.
it's the same.
We don't know the details.
Kizzy just said something, and I don't know, it's a question me ask. Is the contract an ownership contract or operational contract?
Operational contract.
Good.
That me know about.
Okay. Wait no. So that we should find out first, you know. It can be an owner's contract, which I don't know. So the question is it an owner's contract or it's an operational contract? No,
both of them.
It can't be both. It have to be one.
Operational contract, Bridget. Morant, of course. But PJ done sell it to Morant, Bridget, and Morant sell it, and then don't clip them Broncos and sell it to Morant, Bridget.
Kurman.
Morant been it to part to the way in the South Korean company.
So the question, hold on, make open discussion finish, no man. Make him wrap up, no man, please.
All I'm saying is we have to know, and I don't know. I'm not talking like I know.
Open discussion. So when you ask the question, I did a little Googling, right? And this is what I can read out for you guys. Because you see, in any discussion, it's best when we have at least some facts.
Yeah.
Good.
So
Good.
let me read for you guys. It's a little lengthy, so no give me time. The Jamaica Public Service Company Limited operates under a license agreement with the government of Jamaica, which defines its role and responsibilities as the primary distributor of electricity on the island. The overview of the contract and relationship. So number one, exclusive license. JPS holds a monopoly license granted under the Electricity Lighting Act. This license, most recently amended in 2016, gives JPS the exclusive right to generate, transmit, and distribute electricity across Jamaica, except for entities that generate power for their own use or under special agreements. Regulatory oversight. The Office of Utilities Regulation, that is what we call the OUR, oversees JPS operations, ensuring compliance with the terms of the license. OUR regulates electricity tariff service standards and performance benchmarks. Duration and renewal. The license typically spans 20 years with provision for renegotiation or renewal. The current license can be revoked if JPS fails to meet its obligations or violates regulatory terms. That means, so we call it as originally say them can buy them out anytime is not necessarily true. Them have to if once they are meeting the obligations signed in the contract, they cannot be bought out like that. All right. Number 4 is public-private partnership. Although JPS is a private company, the government of Jamaica owns a minority stake, approximately 19%, while the majority ownership is held by private entities, including overseas investment. So it is a public-private partnership. Jamaica with them little 19%. And tariffs and investment commitments. So JPS is required to invest in infrastructure, renewable energy projects, and grid modernization while adhering to tariff structures approved by OUR. These tariffs reflect operational costs, investment returns, and energy efficiency incentives. And then the 6th point is dispute resolution. Disputes between JPS and the government or OUR are addressed through arbitration, often in international forums as specified in the license agreement. This arrangement has sparked debate over service reliability, cost, and the benefits of maintaining a monopoly in the electricity sector. So that is the information I have there. If you don't have any question, or no ask.
Well, I see the thing we have said, but we don't at the same thing we have said the operation part.
Yeah. So
It's at the same thing.
basically,
I find out own it.
pretty much JPS it basically sell out, but when the contract end, it can be renegotiated on different terms. So that is why
But no, well, I know the way you negotiate. Is that about the owner part? Is the operation part or you run it? I feel we just that about. The distributor part.
You are correct. You are correct, Chromas, because the shareholders own it.
When Kizzy just read a while ago, and she said me partially wrong. I may accept that. Maybe the any time, maybe it's a loose thing. I don't know. But at the end of this contract, yeah, the government of Jamaica, whichever government that is, can say, all right, me buy up back this, just like with the Petrojam. And the Petrojam really was something like JPS.
So the question still remains, Kizzy. I get when you just read it to me a while ago. It's two things me I get out of it. So I'm still going to ask you: is it the operational contract or is it the owner's contract?
Operation Bridget.
All right,
Good.
1 minute.
So we are not all right. Make sure finish. Answer, cause that me want to know. We need to know this.
Kizzy, are you answer? You might talk to you open this.
share research, man. Share research. But in the meantime,
So
what
man,
did I say?
in the meantime, what we have to know, and as I said, I don't want to show it out like me know, me ask. Cause
No,
it can,
that's why. Well, I don't open this discussion. That's why I come in, because sometimes we talk, I mean, we're not listening to what we have put out there. That's why we come stick up in the night,
Good.
To all them everything now get loose and attack, but the contract owner, no.
No. Before we say anything, gentlemen, please, we have to find out there's two contracts that can come up. It's either owner's contract or operational contract. Now, when me I say like I hit up now, when me I get out of all of this is a operational contract. So at the end of the contract, the company is still going to be ours. What
I have the information now, guys.
The foreigners they have it, they're not ours.
I have the information. Okay, the contract between the Jamaica Public Service and the government of Jamaica is primarily an operational contract.
Thank you very much,
not an ownership contract. Here is a breakdown, right?
Great.
So make you know a breakdown of it. The operational contract, the agreement between JPS and the GOJ is based on an exclusive license under Electricity Lighting Act. This license grants JPS the right to operate as the but me did read that from before.
Thank you very much.
Yes, so the license what them have is definitely an operational one. And the license is that's how they get the monopoly. They're the only license to operate as the sole distributor of electricity in Jamaica.
But that's even better for we.
All right, hold on, Kizzy, stick up in there, so that is the operation side, right? Who own JPS?
Jamaica,
Jamaica own it.
No, hold on, Kizzy, man. Hold on. Kizzy, what here from? Kizzy, I read that comment. Hold on, Kizzy, explain this. Kizzy, I ask a question.
All right, so
the ownership. Kizzy, hold on. You see, if it never named JPS, Jamaica Public Service, if it was owned by another company, them would have changed the name long time
Yes,
ago,
No, they
sir.
could
man.
have changed
Yes,
the name
sir.
because they just use that.
What?
They just use that. They just use the name stay away,
No,
Bridget.
Them could have changed the name and put
him
it in
right.
a
Hold on, let me hear kids.
Pico.
Let me hear kids. Hold
No,
on there. Let me hear
Chromos, you
kids.
push back on everything though.
Kids, let
Yeah?
me hear what you say.
Right, guys. So the ownership structure, while the government of Jamaica owns a minority stake in JPS, the majority ownership lies with private investors. Me did don't explain this for before, remember?
What idiot now? What
So
look like
this
idiot
means
now?
that ownership of JPS itself is separate from the operational license, right? Remember, the ownership is separated from the operational license, you know.
No, kids, the question I'm gonna ask you now. Is Jamaica or JPS or private people or JPS? That is the question.
Private people own JPS.
All right, the
Jamaica
argument
own
done.
19%. The country of Jamaica own
Me don't know more
19%.
argument no more about
Private
the
people
panel
own
so.
it.
All right. As it stand now, Chromas and others, it owned by private people. We understand that. But I am saying to us that the government
I don't plan that say a while ago.
hold on, Chromas, man. You have to hold on to it, man. Yeah,
Listen,
I am
hold
saying
on, guys. You see, the ownership of JPS as a company is governed by separate shareholders.
Yes.
Shareholders agreement, you know. Separate.
Yes.
Not the operational license.
Yes, and both the
And
operational
there's a
and
distinction
the
between ownership and
All right.
operation license.
Me understand it a long time. Me do that long time. Nobody can tell me nothing.
government still reserve the right.
19%. 19%.
Chromas. You know, Chromas, God no, you're not a box man, you know, my brother. You have a love for people to talk at times, you know, my brother. Please, you have to listen, man. Yeah, the government of Jamaica still reserve the right at the end of this whole saga, when we win the third term, them contract up and blah blah, them reserve the right for buy back and do back anything when them want to, because we grant them the license, you know. We, the government of Jamaica, who grant these people the license? The government of Jamaica.
I'm going to tell you this, man. I'm just say 90% you have box, man. That's not people who want to say come out. You're going to take over your argument, Carl. I'm not take over your argument.
No, cool off
You have to make the point make before you interject, Chromas. If you talk about a person, we now go ear.
Oh, you guys is simple as Kizidan said to you. She read it, self-explanatory. So why are you guys all over the place? The government does not own JPS.
All right, Ken. But the minority not put out the matter like I go and watch JPS and we can't take it back anytime. And the operation side alone.
Chromas, wait, no man. The government just can't go back and buy JPS. They don't have unless when they will go to JPS and said, okay, we want to buy back JPS, but they can't force them to sell, or they can go to shareholders and say, this is what you're going to get over 20 shares. That's all they can do. But operational...
1 minute, guys. 1 minute.
Ken.
1 minute.
Well, please hold on, Kessie. I beg you, Ken.
Yeah.
The government can do that. It's government name. Government can go anytime.
Look here. I would love to hear what Ken has to say. I would love to hear what Ken has to say. Ken have insight on the topic. I'd love to hear his expression, please.
It's simple. I mean, as I said, Kizidan read the thing out, and that's what it is. The only operational contract they have, and because they get a monopoly to operate 100% in the companies, like outsourcing. So therefore, when the contract out, the government could say, okay, JPS, you're not performing accordingly to your contract. So what we're going to do, either don't give you none of the contract, but they will still own the company, but they won't have the outsource. So that's what will be happening. And maybe they will say, okay, I'm going to sell it over back to you, etc., etc. But for now, the government does not own JPS, and they can't just go and buy it back from them. Operational and
Ken is correct.
Give me a minute.
This is not how This
I'm
is
not
not
listening,
how.
man. I'm not listening. I'm not listening.
Yeah, we are listening. We not listen. Can I just talk and me talk now?
Remember me coming and I show I remember me coming and I broke it down to and I show so it can be two ways, you know, either operational and owners, you know. Remember,
This Chromas that's
here I am
something.
telling you, and here I
Chromas
am
that's
telling
something to that effect
you,
when you are
no
saying.
man, and here I am telling you that
Is the one that
Jonathan,
was right because the government only JPS have to pay the Jamaica government for the name, the trademark, to say, okay, we own this patent, so you pay us for the name Jamaica Public Service. It's like some company not will sell out and they keep the name or they disband the name because it's in the country, it's only Jamaica alone that distribute electricity to, so now they're not going to change the name. So
this conversation still going around in circles, gentlemen, and I'm not listening to
Well, circle argument done, Bridget. Discussion
No,
argument
it
done.
don't done. No. If you not give me a chance and I hear when me explain, because remember, you know, it's me coming and I show and say it's two contract, you know.
No, it's one
No, we don't bring on that already long time, big man.
Jesus,
Chromas, make what discussion land and then will come in, man, please. What discussion?
What
discussion? Land with where you say. Land with where you say. What discussion? I want to hear what you say. Trust me.
Go through one discussion. Up your mic.
Guys, you know, I think debate better than that, you know. All I am
Big
saying
man, you know what's a big man? On to be a better at it.
Yeah,
Can-
that's so.
can-
What
can-
more
can-
we say,
can-
okay? What
can-
the discussion? It's not
Yes, sir.
all the while when just because you pick a point. That not say the conversation. at
No,
the
but
end,
let me explain.
with
But
you and
no,
brother.
not because me pick a point. That mean the point that me pick is valid. It needs to talk about.
But
And no,
we
don't
are
want to talk
reading.
about it.
We are reading in the point, and Tizzy is researching it
Yes,
and
and I'm
provide with the information. So that means that the conversation must end
No.
with you.
I make sure
you
do it. I
be
make sure
correct.
remember, you know, rate no man call. Remember me as a question call. It's still attack. Remember, ask a question.
And I'm here talk. Winston did attack this.
Right, Winston, here what happen?
Mario, please. Mario, moderate the live now. Come in, I want to
I'm not
cover
going
the
to
live.
attack him.
Moderate the
I'm
live.
not doing attacking.
Get some order, Mario.
I'm not doing attacking.
No, one discussion. Go ahead, make we hear what you answer.
The question is...
Hold on, open discussion. Hold on. This is how it go. Open discussion I got talk, then Ken I got talk, and then Carl I got talk, and then back to one right, government.
Yeah,
Yes, one government.
Mackenzie had something to say.
Listen, me no want nobody interject nobody. Only just give the people them time to talk. Please, else me I go mute to no. No disrespect. Go ahead, open this discussion.
When we had it say Philip Palwell sold JPS, that what we have it same sold JPS. It wasn't sold in the company. What him sold was the operational part of it. Okay, so who own it not really matter to we, because we no listen, to hear me out, no man. Who own it is the operational part of it, because before him sell it, it was we who did run it. But based on we couldn't, them feel like we couldn't run it, then sell out the operational contract. So we here discuss that now. Let us still look at it like so the company is our one. We might not have the amount of shares in it, but it's still Jamaica company. So when these people contract is over, we can step back in and say we want to run it again. It's not who own it. Me can own a car, but it's what drive it. Please understand, sir, that the conversation we are having, we need to get it straight. And that's all me I say to you now. Please define who own and who are run. Running no mean nothing to we, because we still like have the preference of saying ownership because it was owned by these people years ago. So all me I say now, we are going round in a circle, so let us just differentiate what we are talking about. And that's what me have to say.
Yeah, but open discussion, it was said that JPS, the company, the JPS, the thing, Jamaica government do not own it. It is owned by private people. That's
But
just
we're not disputed and that we are so exactly.
No, but
So
open discussion, and that's why sometimes people have to interject because you are wrong, sir. You said when people are saying that Philip Alwell sold it, they are wrong. They're not wrong because the company is sold. JPS
when
is
he
not
sold,
owned
no,
by
sweetie,
Jamaicans.
sweetie, I understand. So weird. So here the question is, don't let me explain that to you know. When we claim that he sold it, before he said, that's what I'm telling you, he sold operational, he didn't sell the company. What he sold was operational.
Who sold the company? Because JPS is not owned by Jamaicans, the government only owns 19%.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. So please understand what I'm trying to say to you, sweetie. When we said Philip Alwell sold the company, what he sold was operational base. Whoever owned the company, who owned the company before, and when the operational base is finished, which that these people is still going to own it. Me and you is still going to own it, or whoever the shareholder is still going to own it. What he sold was operational, not he didn't sell the company because it wasn't his to sell. It was Jamaican to sell. What he sold was operational shares of the company. That's what I'm trying to say to you guys. So after the operational is sell, whoever owns it still going to be the owner. And that's why I'm saying we're going around in circles. Now, please understand what I'm trying to say to you now.
All right, Ken, come in, Ken. Open your mic and talk now, Ken.
Hey guys, you guys all mixing up. As I said before, is done read the documents and you guys still on it. Thing is, it's a Jamaican owned company because it's registered in Jamaica. They didn't move the registration to nowhere else. JPS paying the tax is owned by it's a Jamaican owned company, but it's privately, not publicly owned. And you guys must get that because the public only own 1%, which companies I don't know. The government 90, not the government 19, and others is two major countries own 40% each. So it's a Jamaican company, but not a government-owned company because it was registered in Jamaica. And that's what it is. So therefore, operational, one contract, operational. It's like you outsource the contract to this for distribution. And that's what it's all about. And it's simple, it's ABC. When Kizzy read that thing, if you guys are listening, this discussion should be end. And that's what it is. Guys there?
But that's exactly what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. It wasn't ours to sell. Philip Alwell could not sell it because Philip Alwell.
I think open discussion.
You are right. I'm not saying you're wrong. You are right. You are right.
Owned company at the time. It was publicly owned company, so it's Jamaica to sell it.
Sir,
so
you
they
are
sold
right.
it now. So it's not now belongs to Jamaica government. It belongs to a public entity.
You are right. I'm not saying you're wrong.
Shareholders.
I am not saying you're wrong.
Okay, so that's what it is.
Wrong.
So
I'm saying you're
the
right.
long discussion is not necessary.
You are right. I'm telling you, you're right.
It's a Jamaican owned.
Sir, you are 100% right.
Company.
You are 100% right.
Like,
and that's
take for example.
You are
discussion. Give you an
right.
example. Take for example, Scotiabank. Scotiabank.
Oh, Jesus, man. You are 100% right.
Okay, all right. Thank you. All right, somebody else.
So earlier,
is it my time? Is it my time now?
Discussion said something. I say and open discussion. This is what my problem there with where you are saying. You keep saying that Philip Alwell didn't sell out JPS, right? You're saying he sell the operational part of it because yes, if I understand you correctly. Which you can interject if and clear that. You are saying that at no point in the history of the JPS was it owned by the government of Jamaica. Is that what you're saying, sir?
Exactly, 100% was owned. Exactly. And that is what they just read. You just read it. We and the man.
No,
Just
sir.
ask
In the
you
history of
just ask
Jamaica, of the
something. So let me
JPS,
explain it to you now. You just ask something. The company at no time at all was 100% owned by we. At no
That's
time
not
at
true.
all.
This discussion, you may be right with that one
Ken,
because
hold
it
on
could
a
be
Ken.
other shareholders. Maybe the community.
Plank. Now my time now. I think I'm my time now.
I hear time.
Listen. Let us look where it all started. Me grew up in the 70s and 80s. And at that time, public service was owned by the state. So when home discussion, I gonna say at no time it never owned by the state. That cannot be true. It was owned by the state at some point in time.
listen
In
to
the
me, Carl,
90s.
because that's why I ask open discussion. And sorry, may I interject. Guys, me only interject because me have the facts here.
Yeah.
That's why me ask open discussion to clarify if that was what he meant.
Yeah.
Because in the 1970s, the government of Jamaica nationalized JPS, making it a state-owned entity.
Exactly.
Right? So when he's saying Philip Palwell didn't sell it out, it is not true because in the 1990s, them privatized it. That's when it was sold out. And then Jamaica only end up with 19%.
Okay, yes, Kissy.
So don't try to make it look like Philip Palwell didn't do this because they did. The PNP did do that in the 1990s because it was in the 70s our company. That was not always the history.
All right.
I remember say it then the JPS history well long and deep. From 1892 electricity there Jamaica.
They did that to Cable and Wireless and Jamaica Telephone Company, which is now owned by Flow, with Columbus Communication.
All right, let me see if I can finish my point now, guys. Let me see if I can finish up. All right, so now that we clear up that with discussion and so forth, we say at some point in time, the government of Jamaica did own it. Now, my argument is, and some of you guys I say, boy, I can't just work the way they work the way they. Government is government. So whether JPS who own it now, own the operational side, either the equipment side, whatever, the government after day reserve the right to buy back everything at the end of the contract and say, me, I go run it again. Right? So it is just like how the government deal with the Petrojam saga. Venezuela did own 99 or 95? No, sorry, 49.
The way I can do it.
Yeah, 40, so 49% that we didn't own 51. And the government of Jamaica put the money in at the bank and send the money to give Venezuela. I think it must still their court up to now. I don't remember how the case they go. But let us not say the government of Jamaica can't buy it over back. They can.
That's a different angle you're talking about there. Just different.
Lend me a box, look up plan.
Come on, can I have just want something again? PJ Patterson don't sell out JPS for tomorrow. I will mute me.
Who tell us I mute?
Just mute her. I'll mute back myself a while ago.
Okay.
Chromas, hold on. Chromas, hold on. Make, you have to get a time for talk. Make government.
No, yeah, no. I want something more. I come back out of your box, Bridget. I just want something.
All right, so what I say?
Let me box the plan. PG, they don't sell up more JPS
Go
to
ahead,
more.
come in and try to pass here.
When went name there, when Philip Powell, he renew the operation contract. The contract part they upgrading. Even though I am not selling no JPS, it don't sell from PG at time. We can how name the accuse the attack. Exactly same so it go.
Philip Powell did it from PG time.
Yeah, but the matter about the 2016 part, the matter about. when they renewing the contract, the operation part, like
Yeah,
them
but
a talk about.
it sell out Chroma 7 in the 90s.
Yeah, that's what I said, PJ. Yeah, Paul was
Okay.
a part of the government, a PJ, me not say Paul, me put it a PJ
Paul will
foot.
the administrate, the Paul will the
Yeah, but a
responsible
PJ
for
directly
minister
sent out
and
the
mining
government.
energy.
Yes, but him a part of it too. But when them that's about Paul
My
sell it
God,
out, it
guys,
takes like
not give me a
2016 in
headache,
my
I
talk.
swear.
It takes like 2006 when they renew the contract in my talk about, when we open discussion and talk. You see me? New 2016, I was renewing back the operation part of it.
Chromas,
Anyway, I don't know if I said, I'm going to jump out still. I'm
wait,
going back.
Chromas, before you
Yeah.
go, when did Petrojam bought the 49% from Venezuela? Anyone know that?
No, I don't know about
Okay, you
Petrojob.
know,
Like, because I
because
them of JPS.
sorry,
Use them of JPS, so I
I'm
have an
doing some
idea
work
about
at yours.
JPS.
Because you know what happened? Yeah, but no, somebody I think it was open discussion. Petrodram, because they got a sanction from the U.S. government and Jamaica couldn't pay no money, no shares, or do no business with them. That's why they bought it out. So that's a
Thank you very
different
much,
story
King.
they're talking about.
Guys, give one bro God a chance to speak because she has been there for a while and give her a chance.
All right. So, I feel like the conversation can end now and we'll go on to a different topic because what I came on with is not really to go into the history of JPS, but to see what is the future going forward, right? So we know say the contract will end the next 3 years because them do 17 years already, and we know say it's a 20 years contract. What I'm talking about is what could possibly be the light at the end of the tunnel for Jamaican people. Because what I understand is when a contract comes to an end, then it is open to renegotiation on different terms if it is that you wish to continue the contract under different terms, or if you want to continue it with the same terms that's on the table. The government of the day knows that the JPS is doing a disservice to the people and them cannot do anything about it because they're bound by a contract, right? So what I'm looking at is when that contract ends, it is quite obvious that some of those clauses will need to change, whether it be to cut out since we said them own the company then, and it's an operational thing. So I guess the operational contract would basically say, hey, we are give you 100% right to do power distribution in Jamaica. That needs to change. So JPS can still stay, but there should be clause to facilitate other companies to come in so they have competition. So that way the populace have a choice. You understand? Just like how we can choose between Flow or Digicel, it should be that it's just one utility company. That's what I'm looking at to see what could be the possible positive outcome from renewing a contract.
All right, darling. I believe the conversation, even though you bring it up as your topic, I believe it is one that to be had because there's a lot of misinformation among persons who argue the points. You understand? And the history of it is very important. First of all, the operational contract of it not really make a big difference because the shareholders, the owners, those who run the day-to-day operation of JPS, they are doing it in the name of the shareholders. So they are doing it in the name of the owner, right? So basically we just sit down and try to differentiate between, because I believe it's because Carl keep making this point saying that the government can buy it back anytime. And that is a misconception. Because when a shareholder have him shares in a company, you can't force them unless they are in breach, even as a government. Then unless you have some kind of bully business and you're going to end up with maybe an international lawsuit, and that would be bad for the country and for investors. It would turn off foreign investment. So that wouldn't be a good look So government can't just jump up and say, and that is my opinion based on when we
To
read
that
our
I agree. Which to what you're saying, I agree. But I want to know that there is some light at the end of the tunnel.
I can answer that for you,
Hold on, I'm
brother.
not talking, brother. I'm not talking, Ken.
Hold on, the Ken. Let me hear where son of Punkus and then Marcia said, then let me hear what you say.
All right, Kizzy. Me hear what you say. I'm glad you said that in your opinion. Anybody old enough to know say what Kizzy said, but in theory is true. When Edward Seaga come in, him take over a whole heap of private company, banks and all them something and run them out of the country. You understand me? And in that, like I said, they were in quote unquote breach, then just never follow what him thinks that they should be doing for the Jamaican people they weren't doing. So it's not like quote unquote breach because the government of the 70s gave these companies the allowance to do what they were doing. So a government can take over any company. We not have to reach the end of the contract with JPS. If government of Jamaica want to take over the highway them from China harboring, if they want to take over the contract from JPS or any other company, them can do it. It comes repercussions, yes. You understand me? But they can do it. Now, as what you say, it got bad fit on the international market because none of these companies have powerful owners, right? We're linked with the World Bank and IMF and all these lending agencies. I can look bad for our resume. So that's why them tend to play a good ball. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. They tend to play a good ball with these companies. No, what Ken said was totally incorrect. JPS is not a Jamaican-owned company because it's not Jamaicans own the majority share. It is a Jamaican registered company. You understand me? Just like how Proven and Brogard company, they register in a St. Lucia. They're not St. Lucian owned companies, but they were registered in St. Lucia. So not because the company is registered here. Can remember, even Trafigura was registered here, but it wasn't a Jamaican company, it's a Dutch company. So what Ken saying is right, it's not a Jamaican owned company. The owners have to be Jamaican for it to be a Jamaican owned company.
No, you're wrong. Where the company is registered, that's where the company is owned. That's why they're on the stock market and everything like that. That's where the company. We got a lot of company leaving different country now to go to Dubai to register the trademark in Dubai because of tax. And that is Dubai owned company, not British owned company. So guys, you're not telling me that I do this for a living.
Can I talk now?
Go ahead, go ahead, Marcia. I don't know if Punkus had land. Punkus, I don't know if you did land. Punkus, did you land?
Make Auntie Marcia go on, man.
Okay.
Auntie Marcia, go ahead.
My opinion of it, the company to me, and this is my opinion, the company is still indirectly owned by Jamaica. The operational part of it is where the 40-40, 20% comes in. So Jamaica, and this is why the government still retains that right to buy back. They can't force no company to sell it because that is against international law. That is a sanction on Jamaica. The government come in and say, you have to sell me your share. That is blacklist, that is sanction, that is no. They are protected. Anytime they see this company come in, they are protected by international law. I agree with Ken when he says the company is indirectly still owned by this Jamaica. But the operational part of it, where they sell the shares, 20% government, 40% this and 40% that. That is the reason I think, and this is my opinion, because like I said, Jamaica has the first right to buy back all of those shares if they're selling the company. So to me, the government still, Jamaica still owns the company indirectly. That's all I'm saying.
Auntie Marcia, did you hear what I said earlier about what happened in the 80s when Seaga took over?
What?
Did you hear what I said?
What did you say?
That would be like a dictator government.
No, we're not. That would be like.
Can I correct you on
Hold
that?
on, did it happen? Hold on, did it happen or not?
No, yeah, what happened?
Son
of Punko, I can explain that to you.
With different things.
What happened? A lot of bank like Citibank, Royal Bank of Canada.
Those are private companies.
Bank, those were and all the banks and insurance.
Private companies.
Yeah, what I'm saying, all those was owned by foreign companies.
Exactly.
Foreign.
So what Siaga
Yes.
said, Jamaica, not the government, no, the Jamaican does not own none of the insurance company, none of the financial institution. So a lot of money was coming out the country. So that's why you like, remember this Life of Jamaica, Mutual Life,
Yes.
all these company with what this guy, what's his name? The one in New Kingston, Jamaica Life, they are now Sagicor. A lot of people don't even know that. They are now Sagicor. So therefore, that's Danny Williams. Remember that PNP guy, Danny Williams, or Danny
Why you
Williams.
contradict yourself, Ken?
No, wait a minute. He set up, and that's why you start.
Yeah, contradict yourself.
You're not talking about in the 80s. This thing was from in the
Is JPS a private owned company?
JPS. It's private owned.
Hold on, where JPS registered?
In Jamaica. That's for Jamaica.
So hold on. The Citibank.
wrong. Hello,
So
people,
Citibank and them
wrong.
company in the 80s.
Guys, you guys are wrong. JPS is a public-private entity because the government of Jamaica, 19% shares. You cannot disregard it.
And that's what I'm saying. It is still owned by the company
okay.
itself.
Well, I'm asking. So, okay.
Yeah.
So in the 80s, these privately owned companies.
It's not the 80s.
Right?
This is not
No,
in the 80s.
Ken, could you allow me to finish? Ken.
Yeah.
It's a different constitution, Miranda.
All right, go on.
These privately owned companies were registered in Jamaica, don't it?
No. Scotia Bank wasn't, Barclays Bank wasn't, all these foreign
Because they couldn't, if they're not registered, they couldn't operate in Jamaica. Don't you like it?
When did Scotia Bank get to Jamaican operation? How many years now?
Okay. We're not about Scotia Bank. The private
NCP?
company, the insurance company, even a manufacturing company, we see I got take over.
He did not take it over. He did not take it over. He gets shares. The public gets shares in those companies.
No, the government absorbed them and run them out of the country. Me never ban and me don't know what happened, Ken.
It's not, no, we're just discussing this. I'll tell you what happened, right? You just don't, like, a lot of bank and insurance company was owned by most of them Canadian bank or British.
Were they registered in Jamaica?
They were not, but they
were registered in Jamaica, Ken. Them couldn't get a license. They have a financial license in Jamaica to practice financial.
You have a
what are you talking about?
Subsidiary company. All right, where's Scotia Bank registered?
They still have to register in Jamaica.
Registered.
Hold on.
Scotia Bank is registered in Jamaica.
No, but originally, where were they registered?
Hold on. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. The company are international company, but they have a subsidiary in Jamaica.
Exactly.
So the subsidiary registered.
Yes, they have
financial.
Yes.
To practice financial.
Registered.
Same thing. Barclays Bank was the same thing.
They have a license to operate. It was just a misspoke by him. They have a license to operate.
They have a
Yes, but the head office. The head office is in, let's say, England.
Registered in Jamaica to operate in Jamaica, yes or no?
They registered to operate in Jamaica, but their head office is in Canada.
It's Canada.
You're not going to go to the head office? You're not going to go to the head office?
What do you mean? What? So you're not going to argue with it then?
So it's not a Jamaican company. It is not a Jamaican company.
Yeah,
it is an international company, but they are registered to operate in Jamaica with their head office in Canada. Same like CIBC Bank.
CIBC, Barclays Bank.
Don't go there. Yeah, don't go. Don't say
Royal
that.
Bank of Canada.
Yes. Yeah, it's not a Jamaican company. It's a Scotia Bank International. Scotia Bank International, CIBC International. See, they changed it to First Caribbean. Now they're changing back.
But Marcia, and he's saying that, but do you know that the Scotia Bank Jamaica franchise, no, they bought out the Scotia Bank in Jamaica. They have nothing more to do with the one in Canada because they bought it out 100%. And a lot of people don't know that.
Oh, I don't know if that's...
Yeah, because I think it's when I just came to Jamaica. They bought it.
So if they bought it out, how come they're still holding on to the name?
Scotia Bank Jamaica Limited.
So is
Jamaica Limited
No, but it's that.
No. You can buy out. You can buy out a franchise or a subsidiary.
Yes, you can buy out. You can sell it.
but you still pay.
For the name.
For the name, just sort of like a patent, as they call it. You pay for the name. You keep that name because you have that name for
Well,
years.
it's just like McDonald's then.
Yeah,
You
alright.
buy the but you don't own it. You just do the
For
franchise.
example, in Jamaica, it's only one person
Have the franchise.
have the franchise for Jamaica. But in other
Yes.
countries, it's all me can go and get a franchise for McDonald's.
Correct. But that doesn't mean that it's solely owned by them.
Yeah, you pay for the name. The name is what you pay for, and that's why the company get themselves like
but the company
that's like Arthur Henderson when the big scammer, and they no one don't want to buy out the company or the name because the name is now in what. If the name is good over the world, you got to keep the name and pay for it.
Petal, Kizzy, can I say something to Kizzy? I think the people that in the comments have been turning out because of the drying out. This thing is drying out. Let me move on.
I agree.
Yeah, unless we see the contract, then we don't know what is how
We don't know.
the contract was structured.
You're right.
So